So this is new. I'm actually kind of nervous, to be honest. So especially because I can't see myself, I just need to check out the iPad every now and then if I'm still like in the screen and everything. So well, that might end up being a rambling and chaotic live stream, but that's okay, I guess. So welcome everybody. I'm going to check the iPad every now and then to see what you guys are talking about. Hi Sherry. So that's been a long time. Yeah, well, I wanted to say something and I kind of forgot. So what I am going to do today is, with everything going on in the world with all the coronavirus and well, the bad things that are happening, I kind of want to do something good for you guys. And I know a lot of you, I should set this here. I know a lot of you are being at home right now, and I'm at home too, and I kind of thought I might be able to have some extra time for stuff, but I still need to work though. But I know a lot of you are maybe struggling with not as much work as usual, or maybe the kids are home, which can be, I think, pretty good, but most definitely can be challenging too, especially when you need to work. So there's just a lot of stuff going on, and I can totally imagine that it's quite overwhelming every now and then. So I wanted to use this stream just to chat a little with everybody and show you guys some things that I've done here in my studio to organize my supplies. Because for me, organizing and cleaning and organizing my mess can really help me to organize my thoughts in a way. So maybe I can help you a little with picking up some ideas to do when you feel a bit overwhelmed. So here we go. I'm going to show you some Finnabair stuff, of course, but most definitely also some other brands like Lindy's Gang and just my supplies. So one of the things that I started doing when my supply or my stash grew bigger is making swatches. So what I did was creating cards like these, and just with everything like mediums. And I did these cards for my Finnabair products, and I did similar cards for my Lindy's Gang sprays, but a little bit different. These are on rings. So I made these little cards on these rings just to to have something to look at when I'm deciding on what color I want to use. And I also have my sprays here. So that's how I kind of swatch my most used mediums. And I did the same with this magicals. And for Finnabair, I also did the same thing for the waxes. And I think that is like really valuable working with like the opal magic, because you can't always guess how it's going to look at a darker background. So this is very helpful. So everybody has been asked to stay at home as much as possible, but you probably hear that not everybody is listening here. So were two motorcycles driving by like really fast. Okay, I'm going to get my camera out and just take you on a little tour to show you some of the things that I came up with. And if you have any better ideas or you have figured something else out, please share, because it's very valuable. And I'm always looking for new ideas or better ideas, and there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been organized yet, so I might have I think I needed to disclose that maybe. Not everything is organized here. So let me grab my camera. Now I can see what I film. This is so much easier. Okay, so it's going to be a studio tour as well, I guess. Well, I hope I can give you some ideas. So these are some jars that I don't really use that often, so I haven't really organized them, but I set them together on this cabinet, but well, it's not that organized. So I've got my paints over here, and this is something that I'm always thinking about because I think it's annoying that it's standing here like this, but I haven't figured anything out yet that is going to work better. So I did organize the different type of paints here, like the tubes and the metallic paints, and here the impasto. But this is not done yet. Okay, so here is a project that I really like because I've just done this. I use this sequins and these glitters, and I've organized them by color and by collection. I can call it collections. So this is by color, and it's very easy because now I can see them. I actually know that I have them, and if I don't see my supplies, I don't use them because I tend to forget what I own. That sounds really bad, but I do forget things. Dat was jouw idee toch, Wendy? Okay, so I'm Dutch, so I probably will throw in some Dutch every now and then. So these are my glitters and my Finnabair mica powders. I've been thinking about how to organize these in a way that was useful, and I've been struggling a bit with these, but I ended up doing it like this because now I can see what's there. I can see the colors. I can see the type of, well, if it's glitter or if it's mica. But I find this most efficient. But I'm not sure. Maybe there are better ideas. So here are my icing pastes. So I'm the typical crafter that needs to display everything because, as I said before, if I don't have it somewhere I can see it, I forget that I have it. So I need open cabinets and I need everything inside. So that's why my icing pastes are here. So I know I have them, and when I need a specific color, I just go here and check out the colors. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So here are my Lindy's embossing powders. So I might be a bit, famous about these maybe. I'm not sure, but I know a lot of you guys bought these same displays for their Lindy's embossing powders, but maybe also for some other mediums. I just recently organized them by color. So these are like the opaque colors, and these are the more translucent or opal colors. Yeah, sorry Nunu. Yeah, these are very easy, so you can use them for a lot of things. So here are my clay molds, which I haven't really organized, but I just put them together in one cabinet together with my resin and everything that I need for them. Well, I think this is okay because this is quite easy to find, and I think it's workable. So I really like to use all these plastic containers for all my smaller elements. Like these are the mid-form castings. I've got a lot of pearls and stones and rhinestones and everything here. and I have like this annoying thing where I want everything sorted by color, so I think it's very annoying. But these work really good. I really like them. Okay, so this is something that I'm struggling with because I want to keep all my Finnabair supplies together, especially like the stems and everything, but I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm just keeping them close, like real close, and I'm just figuring it out. And here's some wood, and here are my chipboards. These are pretty organized, I think. They're organized by, well, how big they are. That's organized too. So let's go on to here. Like I said, I like to organize everything by color, but I haven't done that with my drops. I just wanted them to be somewhere where I can easily get them and where I can easily see what colors I have. So that's why I kind of decided to do it like this, in these rolling carts that you can buy at quite a lot of stores. This one is IKEA, I guess. I bet like everybody in this stream owns one or maybe multiple cards like this. They're so easy. So I don't use a lot of ink. I have all the ink that I use just here in a little basket. I know that I have them there, and yeah, I know. But well, I used my magicals like in the plastic containers. But that just didn't work for me. So this is quite okay. I know that when I need to find something in here, I need to take some time. So this isn't really like perfect, but it's more like a work in progress. It's the same thing with my shakers. It's like a beautiful mess. Hey, Janelle. Yeah, so here I have all my tissue paper. Just not that organized, but a little bit messy, but I know what I have here, and I just put it together in this cart. So this is my messy spot. So here are all sorts of like loose stuff that I can't put anywhere. Here are some other glitters and things, and yeah, I'm definitely really curious about how yours look, Alexandra. So these are my mediums, which is actually some sort of a maybe a happy chaos. I know what's in there, but it isn't really perfect, but I like to have them on the card. I've tried so many different things. I tried putting them on a shelf. I tried everything, but now I'm just happy the way these are. I think my mediums just look best over here. And it's easy because I sit on this chair. So when I need them, I can just roll a bit back and get what I need. I kind of like this. Okay, so when I did used to make cards, I organized my papers. So it's not that organized anymore. But I used to do this on color and on type and on brand, and well, this is how I did it, with like papers in between like this. But I know there are so many other storage ideas. So look at my quote. I love this one. This was actually my intention. Aw, yeah, it's like a organized chaos or something. So these are my paints, my other paints. I don't use these that often, so that's why they are here. Like, it's a second class shelf. And I have these little containers for my oxide ink, which I like the fact that I made these little stripes with the color, so it's just easy to find them. This is just a bit of stash. Oh, those animals, Wendy. I use a lot of shells, like all the time. So that's why I have organized them in separate jars by sort or by type of shell and by like the size and everything. So here are my art stones, which are just in a container. The same with my flowers. This is my little, I bought some alcohol ink but never worked with them. So this is my shame on you part of the shelf. These are all my laces and everything. So I also quite try to keep this a bit organized, but I feel it's a bit difficult with like all the type of lace. So this is like lace and the thinner stuff, and this is more like the fabric kind of lace. So that's how I try to keep this a bit organized. Well, these are easy. If you ever use the metal or the flakes, the flakes by Cosmic Shimmer, you could use this type to store them because it's really easy and it's safe. You don't have the problem that these flakes are going like everywhere in your room. I like to use these jars for the ribbons and the buttons, and it's just easy to put something that it's like small, but you can put it together in a jar, and it's fun to display it like this. I think it looks good. So my flowers. This is something I've been struggling with also because, well, I organized them by brand, but that's the only thing that I did. I'm not sure what to do with them. I'm still thinking about it. And this is just because I like the way this jar looks. So these are clothing organized bags to use in a closet. But I've used them to organize my flowers, some of my paper flowers, and my, these are old, but my old metal elements. And it's very easy because you can just put a nail into the wall, hang them, and you're good to go. And it looks okay. It looks nice. So hi to everyone who is watching just now. So let's go to the other side of the room. I have my Lindy's over here. I know this is like I saw this when I wasn't in the Lindy's team before. Before I was in the Lindy's team, and I thought I need this wall. I just need it. So this is what I've done with these sprays. But you can use it. You can do this with everything. So if you want to do this with your Finnabair paints, or maybe your even your mediums. If you would use like a little bit deeper shelves, you could easily use this for your mediums. Hi, Shandy. So here, these are my old Wow embossing powders. I don't actually use them anymore, but this was something that I figured out a couple of years ago and thought was like a really good way to work with them. So what I did was just get rid of the container, get it into this little plastic containers, put a label on it, and now I know what color is in there, and it's super easy to use the embossing powders. So that would be a good idea maybe. So this is my just colored paper, sorted by color. I thought it was easy, but I don't use paper that often, so it might not work for you if you're using paper a lot. Let me see. I also use a lot of these buckets just to sort everything. This is my not so organized corner in my room. And I think, oh, let me see. Even more jars. So I think this is like most of the things that I wanted to show you. Oh, of course, I forget my other card. So this is how I store my Finnabair paints. I've been working with so many different things to organize these, and I kind of figured, okay, I'm going to like get rid of everything and just put them in a cart and use them. Because it's just like they are with a lot of colors. There are a lot of colors. And to organize them by color and putting them on a shelf or anything, it just wasn't working for me. So I just want them close when I'm working on something. And I kind of decided this is what works best for me. I always have these swatches with me. So the cards that I showed you. But also I have this little notebook where I keep some references for the colors. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put my camera back so I can show you a little bit more. Now you're going to get seasick a little bit. Let me see if this is going to work. There was a finger in front of my camera, sorry. Let me see. I think this is okay. Put you guys a little bit higher. Yes. So that chair is actually there to hide everything behind it. Okay, so let me see if I'm in screen like it should be. Yes. So what I did with my waxes, something that I kind of figured out last year. I have these little plastic boxes, containers, and I used my Dymo label printer just to label them like old school style, and added some swatches in front just to know what's inside. I need to work on these because I got the new matte waxes now and I haven't added them yet, but you get the idea. So it's super easy to find them because they're on my cards and right next to me when I'm working on a project. And for my stencils, I've used a ring, which is super easy, where I sorted them. Well, they aren't sorted anymore, but they were sorted by, I think I kind of thought by size, but I'm not sure what it's, now it's not, now it's just chaos, but they're still on rings. So I got these on these rings, and whenever I'm done working with them, I just add a big ring and I hang them on the cards with a, you know, the clippers, the clip, and I hang them on the edge of my card. Oh, such a mess. And this is how I kind of organized my die cuts, but this is far from perfect. I really need to figure out a different solution for this because this is not going to work. But I need to think about something to do this. And what also could be a good idea is to store these upside down. I'm not sure what is best. I know some of you store them upside down, some of you store them just the right way. like normal. And I'm not sure what is best. I think both is okay. But if you store them like I do, you could think of adding a little swatch on the top so you know what color is in there. That is a little bit easier to, it's gonna make the finding the right color easier. Let me see. Oh yes, this was something that I wanted to show you guys too. I like to work with casting resin, and the thing with casting resin is whenever I'm using it, I want to do a batch because I think it's quite an annoying job with all the dripping and waiting and, you know, the stirring. And if I can do a whole batch of resin, I think that's easier. So I can just put on a show and watch it and just wait a little in between and make a new batch and like do that for a couple of hours, or maybe an hour. And I'd like to store them in a box like this. So this way you can easily get them. You know what your stash is. Okay, I need to put it like this. And it's easy to know what you need to create more, or well, maybe there are some things that you haven't used before that you can use. Yeah, so I like to do it like this. And it's the same with the metal pieces. So this is a bit harder to pick up. But I did the same thing with all the metal. But the funny thing is that with my Finnabair metal, I didn't do it. That's just a container with a lot of things. But when I'm working on a project and I'm thinking or wondering what to use to fill up some space, I always get this box and just I'll grab some things that I can use. And the last thing that I wanted to show you guys, I forgot to show you guys how I store my stamps. I need to show you guys first. What I also do is when I'm working on a project that I haven't finished, or well, like with the last YouTube live, I couldn't finish my project. So I decided to just put it away and just store it for another use. So I did that with all the things that I haven't used, and I'm planning on creating something with it every now and then. Just, well, use my stash. So last but definitely not least is my stamps. So what I did, I got this really cool wooden box that I decorated myself, and then I used it to store my stamps. So what I actually did, well, this was like it really was a good idea, but I haven't like really, well, kept my own promise to myself. So it isn't organized anymore, but you can use it to organize your stamps. And I tried to organize them by, well, type. So with the structure stamps or the texture stamps, the background stamps and everything. It's just easy to have them sorted like this. But I can imagine this only works when you don't use stamps that often, or maybe you don't own that much stamps, because if you have like a really big collection of stamps, this probably won't work. So I'm not sure what Alexandra said. So I hope it was good. Because no. Last time I was asking her, what is your real name? And she told me and I forgot. How bad is that? But you guys agreed with each other, so I hope it's positive. Okay, girls and guys, I think I'm finished. Oh, and definitely, maybe that's a good idea to show you guys too. So what I did with my table, just to give you a little view, I use my table with a glass plate on it. So it actually is a dark wooden table, as you can see, but I use it with like the photo background that you have, that you can buy, and I laid it like a glass tabletop on top of it, and it's super easy to use. Oh really? Yeah, I try to talk in my best English, but that doesn't work all the time. Whoa, you guys are like everywhere except where you need to be. Okay. Do you have any more questions for me? Because now I'm still here. And yeah, well, maybe there are things you want to ask, or some things that you think, how do you do that? Wow, that's like really English or Dutch to English. But maybe there are some supplies that you think of, like, that you want to know anything about. And now I'm hoping I can still read your comments. Yes, there are they. Okay, so I'm checking your comments if there are any questions. Oh, I just saw a question by Wendy. What kind of light do I use? That's a good thing. I can show you guys what I use, but I know my friend, her husband is like a photographer, and he was giving me a hard time because I'm using the wrong lighting. But so this is what I do. Let me get my phone. So this is the good light, and this is a soft box. So this is a big one, to be honest, that I kind of set up, not using every light in there. This is a bad lighting. This is a cheaper soft box, and another bad one. So this is what I use also when I'm creating my YouTube videos. Okay, let me get you guys back in there, and let me scroll through your questions just for a bit. Okay, so I'm wearing glasses since a couple of weeks, and I'm just keep pushing them back on my nose. Looks really, really weird. Yeah, that's true. There are some pretty affordable lights that you can buy, and these are budget lights, but that's okay if you only use them just standing in the same spot all the time. I think if you're going to travel with them, you better buy some more quality, but I think these are just perfect. Well, Cindy, to be honest, I wanted to have a like a screw supply kind of thing, but I never really got to it. Let me see if there are any questions that I missed. I don't think so. I'm glad to read that a lot of you color coordinate stuff. Wow, there goes my iPad. Okay, so I think I answered everything regarding the questions. So that's a wrap, guys. I'm going to finish this stream. So thank you for watching. It was great to see you all here. I hope you have some ideas that you can use with, well, the being home all the time thing going on. And it was great to have you all here. And I'm really looking forward to a next live stream. In case you missed it, there's an event by Finnabair with all the scheduled live streams and everything that we do from the team, so the team of ambassadors and the creative team. So you can check out what what everybody is planning to do, so you know what you can expect from the videos. So there are going to be some like chatty videos, some creating videos, maybe some more stash and supply videos. So check out the event to learn a bit more. And thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.